So yeah, anyway, as these videos go up, it leaves me with more time. Every time I get more time, I get to delete an old video, I get more time. Tell you a little bit more of the story, because I'm just fucking sitting here right now. It's really nice out here where I am. It's really pretty. It's, here I am at home. Really nice weather right now. And, I thought, shit, here I am telling the YouTubers the story of my life. I might as well tell, a little bit more of it before I forget, some of the parts that are, kind of important or kind of interesting or whatever you want to call it, that people might want to watch rather than, I started this talking about my, comeback to bodybuilding, kind of evolved into, me kind of talking about that and some shit that pisses me off. So then I thought, shit, I better tell all these people how I got this fucking bad attitude I have. Because I'm one of those people that you either love me or you hate me. But if you hate me, you love to hate me. So really, everybody fucking loves me, whether it's a love or a hate love. I never, when I was a kid, I didn't ever think that that this was gonna be the life that I would have. You know what I mean? I didn't think I'd ever be, and don't get me wrong, when I say I bodybuild, I'm not a fucking professional bodybuilder or anything. I don't claim to be, but a previous video from earlier this evening on the dog walk, I told you guys, when I was in high school, I was like 6'1", 150. So throughout my life of from high school until now or whatever, I've gained another 150 pounds along the way. I lost a little bit of it here and there, gained it back in times that I've taken off from lifting weights and stuff like that. But like I said, I started this latest comeback at about 235 or so, and this morning I was about 267 on the scale. Well, I keep saying this morning. It was about 130 after. I think I had only one meal. I got up kind of late today. I ate kind of late my first meal. Anyway, so I'm at 267 right now. So that means I'll probably go to bed at about 272. I'll wake up at about 263. My body fluctuates like that. But, it has water and food and, all the above. Anyway, here I am, I'm sitting here, I'm telling you guys about, how I got some of my money, how I got to be, the way I am, and how I got to know some of the people I know, and, throughout those times, there's a lot of people I'd like to tell you guys about that I just fucking don't feel it would be right to name on a YouTube video. For the sake of the fact it might piss them off, might get them in trouble, might get me in trouble, whatever. So I'll try to tell you most of the names of the people that I'm talking about. Sometimes I just can't fucking flat out remember. I'll tell you that right now, because my life has been really a lot like a book. It's like one of those books you pick up when you start to read it and you go, fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna like this book. But then before you know it, you're on like chapter 37, and you either hate the main character or you love the main character. I don't know if anybody wants to be the main character but me, but I do remember a beer commercial at one time in my life that said, "Would you have a drink with you?" And I sat there and thought about that for a little while and went, well, fuck yeah, I'd have a drink with me. I fucking think I'm cooler than shit. Which made me think I might not be as cool as I think I am, because a lot of people that are fucking really cool don't fucking think they're cool. If that makes any sense to you. But, I finished up the last video telling you guys, you know, how I got my puppy. She's about 6.5, 7 months old now. Um, I've had her for about 5 months of that 7-month life. You know, my daughter got her, had her for about 2 months, and just at 18 years old, you know, my daughter's a very pretty girl. She has a boyfriend, and they just do their thing. And she just, you know, you know, she's never been really an animal person like me. I'm an animal person. I got no problem shooting a fucking human being dead on the fucking street. But now, I don't hunt, I don't fish, I don't even like to fucking kill bugs. So, I'm a little different in that sense. I'm really an animal person, man. I love animals. So, you know, I always got dogs and cats and shit, you know, living with me and around me. I really like them, man. And this puppy I have now, Audi, is just, oh my god, she's got this fucking personality that it's like she's like me, you know. She's got an underbite because she's, you know, she's allegedly part pug, part fucking, hell, I always forget the other kind of dog. Anyway, she's, kind of a little thing, but she's, you know, you know, only 6.5 months old. It's about 40 pounds. I mean, you guys have seen her. But, cuter than shit, man. But she's got an attitude of, defiance, and it, like, just reminds me of myself. Makes me laugh sometimes. But, anyway, yeah, I was telling you how I got her, and telling you how I got, you know, a lot of the stuff I have, telling you about my years collecting debts, and telling you about how I met my current girlfriend, and telling you about my years around the adult film industry. I have never been in an adult movie, but here's one thing I wanted to tell you guys. If you want to look, I think I've mentioned it in one video before, but if you want to see some stuff about me and kind of get a little more inside view of maybe the type of person I am, you want to look up, at the time I was going by Cameron Tame. Google Cameron Tame and Jules Ventura, or you can Google Angelina Valentine, porn star from Bowling Green, Kentucky. Now, I never dated Angelina, okay? I make that clear right now. But, she did live with us for a period of time, and because of that, this Topics blog kind of evolved from being about her to being about me. So, and I'll tell you this right now, if you do Google this and you find this, you know, let me tell you this right now, it's 50-50. Half of this shit's true, and half of this shit is coming from people I have no idea who they are. I have no idea what they're talking about, and it's just it's flat out lies. So half of it's true, half of it's not, but you do get a little bit of a look of who you're watching on YouTube, because I know a lot of you are going, well, who the fuck is this dude? You know, he knows people, he's got seems to have some stuff, and he knows some people. Who the fuck is he? Well, if you Google that particular Topics vlog, you will find out a little bit more about who I am. Basically, a Topics blog is like it's like an open forum. You know, people can, you know, any old person can write in and comment on the previous comment or the story being talked about, whatever. Anyway, it started out as being about this girl, Angelina Valentine. That's not a real name anyway. But, she came to stay with me and my ex-girlfriend for a period of time. And when she did that, somehow or other, this Topics vlog kind of evolved into, you know, these conversations about me. And like I say, a lot of the things that people say in there are true. A lot of them are false. You know, it's just if you want to take a look. I'm not saying you should. It's just if you want to take a look and find out a little bit more about who it is the fuck you're watching on YouTube going, who the hell is this cat? Anyway, so that's like been my life, right? Like I fucking was born, I was a kid, obviously, like everybody else. In high school, I realized that I had a thing for really fucking pretty girls, like most fucking heterosexual guys do. And I also realized I was a lot smaller than I wanted to be, hence getting into bodybuilding. Bodybuilding then got me into security gigs, which got me into debt collecting. All these things combined got me knowing some famous faces and dating some I guess you'd call adult film stars pseudo famous or something. And that's been an interesting ride in and of itself, man. I tell you, you date somebody who guys watch adult films and do whatever they do when they watch them. You know what I'm talking about. But like when I go with my girl to like AVN or appearances or whatever, these guys that are like true fans of these girls, it's like they truly believe in their hearts that they know this person. So that's led to some pretty awkward moments and exchanges in my life too. I've had to learn how to I've never been a jealous person, so it's not been hard for me to date a female who makes adult films, but I have had to learn how to deal with guys who might not be all the way home upstairs. The elevator doesn't quite go all the way to the top. Because they start thinking they know these girls on a private, level or a personal basis, and like leads to, these guys that will just walk up to us. When we're sitting trying to have date night or whatever, we'll be out at Boa or fucking, somewhere eating dinner, and some dude will just walk up and go, hey, start talking to her. And the same thing with my prior girlfriend, just start talking to her like they know her, and like, shit, they know, they've always, they since they started doing what they do, they've been dealing with this. But when I started dating them, it was new to me, so I had to learn how not to, want to fucking, first off, put a brick through these fucking guys' faces. Not because it was a jealous thing, but because you're basically disrespecting me. You're interrupting my dinner. You're interrupting my private time. If you want to jerk off to watching my girl get fucked, that's okay. But don't interrupt my private time. You know what I mean? That's like walking up and petting my dog without asking me. Like walking up and sitting on my fucking Harley. You know what I mean? It's just like certain things in life you just don't fucking do. I mean, really, I parked my fucking Harley at the goddamn, at Trader Joe's or fucking, whatever. If I came out and found some asshole sitting on it or touching it or whatever, I'd fucking, I'd beat him to within an inch of his fucking life, because that's just one of the unwritten rules of life. At least the life I've led. So, that's where I am. I'm sitting here, today, and I thought, what am I going to talk about in my YouTube shit today? I talked about, Amy Waz a little bit more this morning, and my distaste for her coming out and talking all about Rich now that he's died. But then I thought, fuck, I need to let people know who I am. So, anyway, that's why we're having this long story right now. And this will probably be the last part of that story until at least later tonight, because I gotta go in and eat, play with my puppy, hang out, you know what I mean, watch a little TV, maybe, whatever I'm gonna do. But, maybe later tonight we'll put another posting out. But, yeah, I just wanted you guys to kind of get to know who you're talking to, or who's talking to you a little bit. Without thinking I'm just some fucking jagoff that, talks out the side of his fucking neck and doesn't know shit. I don't know everything. And, you know, I definitely don't claim to. I, of all people, have more to learn each and every day of my life, but, I do at least want the people watching these videos to know who they're watching. So that's where this is coming from. So until later, man, we'll see you guys.